right, man. We're back with another video. I know a lot of people, you know, maybe thought I wasn't gonna upload in a while again. Well, good news for you guys. I really do think I'm gonna really try. I don't even want to say I'm gonna try. I'm gonna really put my effort into making these type of videos for you guys and for myself, because this is it's a therapy session for me as well. Anyways, I have some water. Make sure to drink your water. Mickey Mouse, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Have a candle next to me. And today, I wanted to talk about a feeling that I get extremely often, and it's loneliness. And I was looking at Mason's comment. Shout out to my boy Mason. I was looking at Mason's comment on my last video, and about how, he's glad that I brushed up on a certain topic about a friend moving away for college or whatever the reason was, and how he's glad that other people have at least some type of level of struggle similar to that. And I just wanted to make a video today about it, not specifically about that, but just about the idea of being left and the idea of being alone, or in a more simpler way, the idea of being left alone. Yeah. So I just wanted to start off first by saying, let me go ahead and put the camera a little back. I just wanted to start off first by saying that, it's at our age, it is completely normal to be alone. Now, when I say at our age, I'm not talking about 30s, 10s. I'm talking about specifically between the ages of, let's say, 18 to 25, honestly. And I really do believe that. From the ages from 18 to 25, I genuinely feel like it is a societal norm placed upon us to be lonely. And of course, I am speaking mainly for men. I'm not a female. I don't know too much about them. I'll be honest with you. So I can't speak on their behalf. I'm only gonna speak through the male experience. And I just feel like it's something that it is inevitable. Everybody is going to feel a sense of loneliness. And I also do think that men are more lonely than women. I do think so. And heavy emphasis on think, right? I don't want to start any controversy in the comments, but I really do think so. And I'm pretty sure statistically there is evidence to support this hypothesis. Now let's dive into this topic, man. Being lonely is just a synonym for not having something or not being fulfilled. That's the way I look at it. When somebody says I'm lonely, whenever I hear lonely, the word lonely, what is loneliness? By my definition, it's not having something, right? The art of being lonely is the art of not having something, not being fulfilled, having some type of hole, not being full. And just by that definition itself, well, we can take a closer look and we can look at the solution. Now, of course, as I stated already, I think that it is inevitable to feel lonely. And I think that it is normal. Therefore, I'm also implying that there is no solution to cure loneliness, as if it was a sickness. But there's no solution to cure it, right? There's no way to, there's no magical way to get rid of it. I'm always going to have some type of loneliness. Maybe not as much as now. I hope not. Maybe even more, you know, if I'm unfortunate throughout life. But regardless, loneliness is going to be there. So, you know, you might as well just get used to it. But there is a solution to minimize loneliness. And like I said, I think we can start just based off of the definition. Loneliness, not having something. Now, best thing to do is figure out, what do you not have, right? Which is the same thing as saying, what is making you lonely? And it's so simple. It should be very simple to figure out. You know, I know for a fact why I'm lonely, my reason. And I think this is the biggest reason for most of people, you know? And I hope it is, because this reason isn't that bad. And my reason is, I do not have any sense of romance, no romantic relationship. I don't have a girlfriend. That's what I'm trying to say in like fancy words. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a girl, you know? Like, it doesn't even need to be a relationship. I don't even have, you know, chicks, side chicks. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have those. Now, when we talk about women as men, you know, society puts a status on them. And I'm pretty sure most women are aware of this. Society puts a status on women. Excuse me, guys. And, you know, when you're in public and you get seen with a nice girl, you feel the energy of others looking at you. You can feel it. You feel good about yourself. And all of a sudden, you kind of forget about, you know, how cruel life can get. You kind of forget about it. You're like, you know what? Yeah, you know, we're all going to die one day, you know. And yeah, my car did break yesterday. And yeah, this and that and this, you know. I'm just listing cruel things that life can give us. But you know what? I have a girl, right? I think that, you know, there's a certain level of status, and there's a certain level of satisfaction and dopamine that you get. Biologically, of course, but also society-wise. Society puts such a heavy weight on having a girl. And not just any girl, a good-looking girl, right? She can be dumb as rocks. A good-looking girl apparently is better than an extremely smart girl, apparently. And, you know, because of that, I feel like a lot of times we might get the chance to really get in some type of relationship, but we think to our requirements physically, you know, oh, well, I want my girl to have a nice face, have a decent body, you know, be in shape. I'm just listing my standards, which we all have. But, you know, we get chances to be with females and everything, but maybe we're a little too picky, or maybe we don't put importance on them, or maybe, just maybe, we think, oh no, my friends aren't gonna look at me good with this one. When I walk through a mall, maybe I won't get those looks of I'm the man with this one. I want more, right? Which is okay. That's okay. I just being able to choose. And I think you got to get to a certain level of confidence to really tell yourself, you know what? I think I can not necessarily do better, but I think I can, you know, I have the confidence and charisma to maybe pull somebody that I would prefer more, right? But when it comes, you know, to the end of everything, like at the end of the day, basically, girls place an importance on us men throughout society, and I feel like society teaches us that being single, although hopefully it's temporary, is a terrible state to be in. I'm going to say that one more time. Being single, although, you know, it should be temporary, hopefully, is a terrible state to be in. At least that's what society says. And of course, me growing up in society, as we all do, I came to that belief as well until a little bit ago. Until I actually realized that it sucks to, wake up alone, go to sleep alone, brush your teeth alone, watch a movie alone, you know, drive alone, go to the mall alone. I don't know, do stuff alone. In other words, being single. Yeah, it sucks. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys from my experience. Maybe some people really do enjoy it. I met a lot of people who tell me, I don't think they're telling the truth, but I met a lot of people who tell me, yeah, I love it. I love being single. I love myself. I love spending time with myself. I'm sure there's some truth to that. I love spending time with myself as well. But, to not go around the bush, just to go straight to the point, man, at least for me, being single kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I constantly, dare I say daily, have this feeling of, well, hey, I, kind of want a girl really badly, or at least somebody to care for me, right? And it's insane that I get this feeling, and I know that my mom is upstairs, and she loves me more than anything. And I know that I got family in Serbia who can't wait to see me again whenever I go. And they also care for me a lot. So I think that it's very interesting how, although we have so much love, or at least I hope most of us do and are blessed with this throughout life, although we have so much love from our families and friends, there's something specific that I need from a girl, a romantic relationship, that I simply can't achieve with other people. And, this whole tangent of me yapping is just a simple way of coming to the conclusion of what I need. So we kind of got step one out of the way. So this whole section is just step one, really. And I just explained to you guys what I need, right? You guys remember I said loneliness is a lack of something, not having something the way I see it. So I just explained that I don't have a romantic relationship. And I listed my reason as to why I feel like I need it. I, am very, very aware of the laws of manifestation, law of assumption, spiritual, attraction, law of attraction, and things of that nature. So I know that if I act like how my, future self would act, the reality I desire, if I act how he would act, I know that a girl would come to me. Yet still somehow it is above me. This feeling of needing her. It's something that I just can't fight off. And it pisses me off kind of, because it's like, wow, bro, I really can't. I'm aware that I don't really need a girl too much, but I just can't fight it off. I just can't fight it off, man. I'm trying, and what you resist persists, right? So the more I push, well, law of physics, equally it pushes back, right? I punch a wall with X amount of force, the wall gives me back to my fist the same X amount of force. It's the same thing with this energetically. The more I try to fight and push this feeling, the harder it pushes back, and I just lose. And I'll be honest with you, my friends, to that, I don't have a solution. I don't know what it is. I think it's just simply a matter of time until, I do find some type of romantical interest in partner, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, maybe that feeling will go away. Hopefully it does. If not, we're screwed. If not, we're screwed. So, what is your reason for being lonely? And we're all kind of lonely, especially as men, especially as young men. So what is your reason? I want to hear about it in the comments below. The video isn't fully over yet, but I just wanted to touch up on this topic a little bit. I know I talked about it a while ago, and I feel like most people, they brush it off and they don't look deep into really what is this feeling I'm feeling. It definitely sucks, and I can't truly get rid of it, but making these videos definitely helps. Talking to people definitely helps. Working out, or punching the bag, or working on school, on college, putting my focus somewhere else definitely helps tremendously. But there's only so much I can put my focus into. There's only so many things I can do throughout my day. And eventually it'll catch me, and eventually that thought will pop up, and eventually I'll put my focus into that thought. Focus always goes somewhere. There's not one moment where you don't put focus into something. You don't put energy into something. The energy always goes somewhere. If you're sleeping, the energy is going somewhere. If you're thinking and not doing anything, like you're literally standing or sitting and you're just thinking, well, that energy is going through those thoughts. If I'm drinking, like I'm listing examples of, there's always focus somewhere. There's never a no focus. There's always focus, right? So it's inevitable for me to focus on this feeling that I get so often, daily. I just wanted to to let you guys know that it is, at least I feel like, it is completely normal. I think that it is just a phase of character development, as people like to say, that watch TV shows or movies, when the villain arc begins or something like that. It is just character development taking place. And I really do believe that the more I try and put myself in an energetic level where I do have a girlfriend, that the sooner she will really come. But it is difficult, man. It is very difficult for me to act like I have a girlfriend. It is very hard. It's one of those things where I just simply sometimes can't do it. It's simply above me. And maybe that's because my imagination isn't as good. Maybe it's simply because I'm overthinking everything. I really don't know. But definitely happens very often. And I really do think it's normal. Like I said, it is just character development. I think in 10 years from now, I'll be laughing at myself. I really do think so. 10 years from now, I'll be laughing when I'm like 29, 30, whatever. I'll be looking back and I'll be like, wow, wish I had that problem still, so I really do hope so, at least, and I hope the same for you guys. So to wrap all this up, this whole yap session, I feel like I don't even feel like, I know, if you are feeling lonely, and if you are feeling like, damn, I really want a girlfriend. I really want to wake up next to somebody. And that, I don't want to, this has nothing to do with lust, by the way. I should have said that in the beginning of the video. This has nothing to do with lust, okay? I don't want any sexual desire as much, because I'm human after all, as much as I just want that feeling of being cared for, that feeling of waking up, looking to my right, and just being happy, right? But what's stopping me from doing that now, but with myself? That's also what I wanted to get into. What's stopping me from doing that now? Why can't I wake up happy now? Well, I can, and I've been doing that. Just not as happy, but I've been feeling, I've been feeling stagnant. I've been feeling like this. So, it's not all gray and dark and sad, right? But all in all, I really do think that it's completely normal to feel this way. And as more time passes, the less we're going to feel this way. For some people, that journey has just begun. For some other people, they have a little bit less time until you don't feel like this anymore. I feel like I'm in the first half of my long time feeling like this, or however long it'll take. But man, it's just a part of life, and dare I say, it's a part of being human. It's a part of being a man. It's a part of being a young person in 2025. So, we're all trying to find our way throughout the world. And the best thing that we can focus on right now is enjoying our experience of life and working hard so that later on we can enjoy the fruits of the plants that we are planting now. And we are planting those plants now. How? Well, if you didn't look at my last video, you can live the life you want to live now. The plants that we are planting, right? I'm using the same metaphor the whole time. The plants that we are planting now are planted by acting like you already have the thing you desire. And it can be very difficult, like me with the girlfriend and stuff. Or it can be simple. It depends on how far you and your reality is. Like I said last video, the farther, the more hard it is. The shorter the distance, the easier it is. And when I say the distance, between what? Between your current reality and your desired reality. How long realistically will it take for you to get here? How much do you realistically have to do for you to get there? You know what I'm saying? There's always a length. There's always some type of distance. So, I think just because it's a little harder for me to envision myself with a girlfriend and act like I have one, that just means that it's just a little more distant than it should be, maybe. And who am I to say when it should be? But you know what I'm trying to say. So, simply, I'm just going to continue traveling that distance. My desired reality is here. My current reality is here. Maybe I'm somewhere in the middle, and I'm just like pulling my current reality closer and closer by. So I'm just going to keep it pushing, because really that's all we can do. That's all we can do. And continue to try and manifest my desired reality by being energetically aligned with it, which is extremely difficult now, I'm not gonna lie. But it is possible, and I will get it done. Same goes for you watching. Whatever you desire in life, you will attain it, man. You will have it. You don't need to be accepting of a lower level. You can have exactly what you want. You don't need to stoop down and be like, I'm happy with this. No, you can have literally what you want by living in that desired reality already, by living from the end. And I'm doing that right now with my desired reality. I'm living from the end. So I'm really trying, and I think I can do it. I know I can do it. And I know you can too. So yeah, man. That's the video for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and let me know your struggle. And let me know if you guys can relate to this loneliness feeling. I mean, I know you guys can, but just share your experience with it. If somebody has a piece of advice, if somebody has some seasoning to put on my perspective or whatever, I'm open to hear. So let me know, guys, and love you all. Hope you guys are having a blessed day. If you guys are watching this during the nighttime, as it is right now, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. And, I'll see you guys in my next one, man. God bless. Everything will work out just the way it should. Yeah. All right now. Peace.